Very nice. All right. Okay. Nice. We're actually just going for a Petco run right now. I have to get something there for my aquarium. I have to get some filter for my fish, basically. Oh, there's some kids in the road, and it stopped. Perfect. It's a Saturday right now, so no school, so kids are outside playing, which is good. Yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday today. It's around 7:24 p.m. Sun is setting. I like how the new update on the Tesla recently, where they actually change the let's go right here. It's the light sync. Basically, the light sync will match the color of the album of the music that you're playing. Also, it will also sync the lights with the music as well. Let's hear something right now. But I don't want to copyright it. I have to stop it. But every song that will play, it will, it will change color basically. It's nice. I like that new feature. So anyways, while waiting to get there, let's talk about investing. So let's talk about where, when I started investing. Honestly, it started when that was when the year COVID started, around 2000, end of 2019, 2020. That's where it started investing. At the time, everybody was like doom and gloom about the economy. They're talking about, no, the economy is gonna be like, doomed. All the businesses are gonna get bankrupt, which, I was thinking that way too, because I remember when Florida had a shutdown, which is actually Florida actually didn't shut down, but other states are. They had a shutdown. So my work didn't close because we work in the medical field. So, but other small businesses especially, they closed down. I feel bad about it. So yeah, so the stock market tanked at first, like everything else when it comes to the stock market. It's so sensitive, at first. The first reaction, a knee-jerk reaction, of course everything sells, stock market goes down. That was when I started investing, when everybody was like doom and gloom, and they always say blood in the streets. And I was a rookie then, I didn't really know anything about investing. But so I don't know if that was called lucky, but that was when around 2020, 2021, when GameStop, AMC, I remember I bought AMC was like $7. And I was walking at my lunch, on my lunch break, and and I was looking at my phone, watching it from $7 all the way up to like $70. I was shocked. I was like, what am I gonna do? You know, I've never seen that before. I bought like maybe a few hundred shares at that time, and that's when I got hooked. Like hooked. At the time, I was, I don't know, maybe I call myself a trader then, and I bought it, sold it right away. That was when AMC stock. I followed this guy on YouTube as well, Ape Unite or something like that, and he, watch him, like he makes videos every single day about AMC. That was it. And then I got into Lucid. That wasn't my big play. My biggest play ever was Lucid, when at the time it was still CCIV, when they did a SPAC, and then they merged, and then they turned into a Lucid. And I bought that stock was $6 per share, and it went up to, I don't know, like $70. That was, and then at the time I was like basically all in on that stock, Lucid. And then when it went up to like $70-$80, I sold it right away, accumulate all my share. I mean, I got all, all my profits then. And then I was day trading. Yeah. So it started with, when my capital really started when the stimulus package happened, when the government gave you like $3,000, and everybody was doing it, like, got into the stock market. And then I think I had a feeling that's the reason why the stock market like went crazy, because everybody has some extra money, putting it into the stock market. That's like free money, really. I told my wife, like, can I use this money like to go into the stock market? I got into a lot of, I don't even know, Global Star stock, just trading in and out in a day. Palantir, I bought it when it was $7-8. I sold it recently when it was, I should have kept it, but man, I bought it when it was like $7. I remember that. I got like a couple thousand shares then, and I sold it when it was like $80 recently. And then after that I was like, oh, there's no way Palantir is gonna keep going up. And they did. They keep going up. It's like almost, I don't know, $200 a share. I think that was my biggest regret then. And then before that, Palantir and SoFi. I got into SoFi, and I thought that would be it. Like, that would be my long-term investment. So it went down to like $4, and then I kept accumulating shares. I was trading some stocks, sold it, and bought more shares on SoFi. And for some reason, I was just like at the end, like recently, when I was like, man, this stock keeps going down. Like, nobody likes that stock. So I told myself, if my average doubles, I'm gonna sell it. So my average on SoFi was like $7. It didn't really double. I sold it when it was like $11 per share, and now it went up to like $23 or something, 21, 22 right now, just now. SoFi, I thought at first, like, no, this is gonna be a long-term investment, because everybody's not gonna use banking like a normal banking is, like a regular bank where you have to go. SoFi is like an internet, it's like online banking, where everything just online. They integrate investing in there, checking and savings. I have it. I use SoFi as my personal checking account. And yeah, it's really seamless to use, user friendly. But the thing is, I was like, man, this company is just too early. And you know, for some reason at the end, my conviction just got lessen and lessen. So decreased basically. So after that, I was like, that's when I got into Tesla. And then I told myself, this is it. I accumulate everything I had, you know, from the stimulus money. My capital then was like only 3,000. It just got roll over, and it went up to like 6, roll over. I used all my trading and put it all in Tesla. And Tesla, I remember it went down to like $130 a share, when that was the time when Elon bought Twitter. And I know for the fact at the beginning, if you're investing into Tesla, you're investing into drama. You're gonna get into it, you know, thinking that there's gonna be a lot of drama, there's gonna be a lot of headaches, there's gonna be a lot of heartaches. But as long as your conviction is high, you know, nobody can stop you, basically. And I had a lot of patience. My conviction with Tesla is like crazy high. Right now I'm all in on Tesla, and I truly believe that Tesla in 5 years from now, they're going to be big in robotaxi. They're going to be big in robotics, the humanoid robots, and they're full self-driving. Right now I'm using it. This is what it is right now. In real life, I'm using their full self-driving. You know, when like Warren Buffett say on investing, when you invest into a company, you have to know what that company is. You know, you have to say a paragraph about that company. I can write a book about Tesla. You know, I can talk on and on about Tesla. I remember when I first started investing, I wrote it down on a piece of paper, just a sticky note on what Tesla is and what's inside that company. And on the piece of paper, on that sticky note, I couldn't even fit the whole thing. You know, Tesla for me, they're car company, they're humanoid robots, they're full self-driving, they're AI and robotaxi now. This is the biggest play right now, is the robotaxi. Imagine that. Nobody's gonna use Uber. Uber is so expensive. Waymo, yeah, they can't multiply. Tesla, in the blink of an eye, in the blink of an update software, they can have a robotaxi all over the states, you know. And people that has Tesla, if they get into the robotaxi network, they can just turn it on, and you know, they can make their car make money for them. You know, that's gonna be so big. So yeah, people are, you know, talking to me like, hey, you know, Tesla is so volatile. Like, why are you putting all your egg in one basket? But my thinking is, if I have so many stocks right now, like I did before, it's hard to keep track of it. You know, I like to be just one, so I can keep track on it, I can concentrate it, I can study it, you know. And also, it will give me a chance to just keep accumulating. You know, whenever I have extra money, I buy shares, you know. So just takes time, patience. I know for the fact, in 5 years from now, this is nothing. the share price right now in 5 years, what is it now? 330. This is gonna be times 10. You know, I believe in 2030. That's my play. Is they're gonna be so big that there's gonna be a lot of Tesla holder become a millionaire. It happened before, and this will be my generation. This will be my turn. You just have to have patience and conviction about your stock, and I think that's what Tesla is. Alright guys, so I don't want to make this a long video, but maybe let me know. Maybe next time I can talk more about investing and how I got into this. Let me know. Write it on the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Like and subscribe on my channel. It's still so small right now, but hopefully, you know, I can look back looking at these videos in 2030 and I'm like, damn, I did the right thing. Alright guys, till next time, peace out.